Hello, my lovely students. How are you all doing today? I hope you're doing well. On behalf of AMS Department, I'd like to welcome you. This video is presented to you by Ms. Rehan Talaf. In this video, we will continue the revision of the grammar, and we will start by grammar, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. What is present perfect? Number 1. Things that are completed a short time ago. For example, Erica has brushed her teeth. It means that Erica just finished brushing her teeth a short time ago. Number 2. An action which started in the past and has continued up until now. For example, Kevin has lived in America for 13 years. It means that Kevin has lived before in America and up until now he still lives in America. If you look at the diagram here, you'll see the present perfect tense happens between the past and the present. Look at the circle here. Affirmative form, we have subject, have or has, plus past participle. For example, I have tried sushi. In the negative form, we have subject, plus have not or haven't, has not or hasn't, plus past participle or the third form of the verb. So, I have not tried sushi. We can say, I haven't tried sushi. We can say, if we say she, we will say she hasn't tried sushi. In the question form, we have or has plus subject plus past participle or the third form of the verb. For example, have you tried sushi? In the keywords, we have since and for. In since, starting a point of an action, past experience or dates. For example, I have been in this school since I was a child. For, we use for with periods of time. For years, for 3 years, for ages, for a long time. We haven't seen each other for ages. Also, we have just, yet, never, already, ever, so far, since, for, and when we ask a question in the present perfect tense, we ask with how long. Let's start by question A. Complete this sentence using the past participle of the verbs in the brackets. The train has space. We can go out now. Okay, when we use the past participle or the third form of the verb stop, it becomes stopped. Very good job. Number 2, she isn't ready. She hasn't her cases yet. Excellent. Packed. Number 3, she has space some photos. Great job. Taken. Number 4, Sally hasn't yet. Where can she be? Sally hasn't, excellent, arrived yet. Okay, now moving to question B. Complete the sentence, use the present perfect, affirmative, or negative. In this question, we should read the question very carefully in order for us to determine if the sentence will use an affirmative present perfect or a negative one. Number 1, my mom isn't at home. She, yes, has gone to the supermarket. So far this month, I see 3 films. Yes, it's affirmative and I have seen. Number 3, I'm hungry. My lunch yet. Yet comes with negative, so this will be yes, haven't had my lunch yet. Number 4, I see Helen yet today. Is she at school? Yes, it is negative. I haven't seen Helen yet today. Is she at school? Okay, moving on. Exercise C. Complete using just, already, or yet. Okay, number 1. Have you bought a new bike? Yes, already. Great. Sean has just broken the world record, because we have an exclamation mark. It means that when you start doing something, it just happens, so you are feeling enthusiasm. Number 3, don't shout. He hasn't finished his homework. Yes, we have hasn't, negative. It means we use yet. Can I go to Jane's party? I have already asked you 3 times. Now, moving to the present perfect continuous tense. Number 1. Express long action that started in the past and continue until now. For example, I have been living in Ireland for almost 4 years. Number 2. Express recent actions that have clear evidence or result now. Her eyes are red. She has been crying all evening. So the evidence is her eyes are red. And the result, she has been crying, or this is the action that happened. She has been crying all evening. Number 3, typically used for shorter, more temporary situation. Have you been learning English this week? So this week, it means short time, temporary situation. It means it's not permanent. You're not doing it for a long time. So we use present perfect continuous. We have also present perfect continuous, affirmative, negative, and question form. In affirmative form, subject plus have or has plus been plus verb ing. They have been learning English for 2 years. In the negative form, we have subject have or has plus not plus been plus verb ing. They have not been learning English for 2 years. We can say they haven't been learning English for 2 years. The question form, we use have or has plus subject plus been plus verb ing. Have they been learning English for 2 years? And the keywords, we have all day and recently. If we don't have and we have a shorter situation or a temporary one, we also use present perfect continuous. Exercise A. Correct using the present perfect continuous tense. Sally looks tired. She cleaned the house all morning. Yes, Sally has been cleaning the house all morning. Ali looks worried. He listened to the news about the storm. Yes, he has been listening to the news about the storm. Number 3. She has blue marks on her hand. Here's the evidence. She painted her room. I don't know where the room go. Okay, so she has been painting her room. Exercise B. Number 1. She work here for 5 years. Yes, she has been working. Number 2. I study all day. Great. I have been studying all day. Number 3. You eat a lot recently. See here, recently. Yes, present perfect continuous. Have been eating. Number 4. We live in London for 6 months. Great. Have been living. Last one. He play football, so he is tired. He has been playing. Very good job. Moving to the next part. Okay, passive voice. We have present and past. In the use of passive voice, we use the passive voice when we are more interested in the action itself rather than who or what did the action. The agent can be unimportant. These shoes are made in Indonesia. The action more important than who made the shoes. Unknown. For example, the windows were broken yesterday. Somebody broke the window. We don't know who. Implicate. He was arrested. Most certainly by the police. For example, the person is very famous or someone that it's too obvious. Okay. The object of the active become the subject of the passive. Okay, we change it. Number 2, we add auxiliary to be, is, or are when the main verb of active is present and was or were when it's past. Number 3, we turn the main verb of active into past participle or the third form of the verb. As we see here, if it's present, he opens the door. Okay, we start with the subject, we start with the object, sorry. Yes, the door is opened by him. If it's past, we also start with the door, and opened, we use was or were, and the door is single, so we use was, opened by him. And by the way, we can write down by him or we can. It's not important because in this lesson, the subject is not important. Exercise A. Complete the blanks with present passive. Number 1. Computers sell in many different stores. Yes, computers are sold in many different stores. Number 2, English, yes, speak almost everywhere. English is. And what is the past participle of speak? Spoken, is spoken almost everywhere. In the question form, we start with the auxiliary verb. Am, is, was, or were. So, these shoes design in Portugal. Okay? Are these shoes designed in Portugal? Less ice cream, yes, is eaten in the winter. Last one, number 5, Spanish in my school too. So Spanish is taught in my school too. Now, moving to exercise B. They grow coffee in Kenya. Rewrite the sentence using passive voice. They grow coffee in Kenya. Yes, coffee is grown in Kenya. Number 2, the mechanic repairs the car. Great. Yes, the car is repaired. Number 3, they understand Spanish. We will start with what? We will start with Spanish. Yes, great. Spanish is understood. Number 4, the electrician tested the fire alarm. So, the fire alarm is tested? No, look here, tested. So, look at the main verb. If the main verb is present, we use is or are. But if it's in the past, we use fire alarm was tested. The fire alarm was tested. My friend bought a new car. My friend bought a new car. So, a new car was bought. Great. A new car was bought by my friend. Number 6. John cleaned the bathroom. John cleaned the bathroom. We will start with the bathroom was cleaned. Excellent. Excellent. So, we will start with the bathroom, and cleaned is in the past, so we put was, and then we put the verb in the third form or the past participle. So that's it for the passive voice. That's it for the grammar of today. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I will see you again in another video. Bye. Take care of yourself.